What's up, Sea of Tranquility fans, Hudson Valley Squares supporters? This is Nick Franco coming at you on behalf of Mr. Pardo and the Hudson Valley Squares with an installment of radio hits I love and radio hits I hate. And like the others before me, these are all songs that we do not physically own copies of, but nevertheless, for the ones that we like, are ones that we like, but we don't own. Um, and as always, I can be known on the channel for most of the fire and brimstone heavy metal extremity that myself and Mr. Ryan Scow and Ralph particularly love. But as is also known, I am a man of some surprises, I guess. So, with that in mind, I want to read you guys off and talk about some of the radio hits that I've loved in my life and some that I hate. And as I have taken pains to say to you all, I often do not have a neutral reaction to music. In fact, it's one of my fatal flaws, but also, I guess, one of the more lovable things about me. I don't know. It's hard for me. I hear music and I'm usually affected by it. So I can't just toss stuff aside and act like it doesn't have an effect on me. And it was very difficult to make this list, actually. It was very difficult because I love a lot of things and I hate a lot of things. So getting right into it, radio hits I love. Let's do that first, right? Let's do the positive first and the negative second. Everybody loves the negative. So, for me, a lot of the music that has affected me the most is music I heard in my formative years. If you can believe it, there was about 10 or 11 years of my life where, more like 10 years of my life, where I wasn't a metalhead. I was just a little baby, little toddler, little boy farting around. I'm very lucky that my parents, rest their souls, God rest their souls, they were wonderful lovers of music. So music was always being played in my house. And I was born in 1976, so I can remember being very little and hearing this powerful female voice coming out of the radio, because my first pick here for radio hits I love is actually, it's a cover. It was written by a man named Richard Harris. This cover came out in 1978. The song is MacArthur Park, and the artist who sang it is the late, great, vivid perfection Donna Summer. I fucking love Donna Summer. And, this woman could have sang in like Halloween. Like she had the best lungs, man. She had the best voice. And MacArthur Park to me was like this slow build, like powerful. It would just hit you when the music kicks in, and the keyboard little solos, the disco. I love it, man. I'll crank that to this day. I think it's a very powerful song. It's like a power metal disco song, and her voice just, man, perfection. Just so powerful. Christ. I would have loved for her to fucking just somehow wander into the studio and, with Halloween or Iron Maiden, and just like she could have fucking torn that shit up. So, yes, Donna Summer, MacArthur Park. So my first one is a disco choice. And moving right along, we're going to go with 1985's Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. Obviously, it's the obvious Kate Bush song, but it's a song that has been covered so much by so many because it's fucking amazing. It's unique. It has like its very own like quirky individuality, which defined Miss Bush, and it's just a goddamn lovely song. It's really great, really great. It's like a pop song that doesn't feel like a pop song. And from there, I'm going to continue my never-ending fascination with like female performers, and especially female performers from the doo-wop era, or the post doo-wop era, I guess. because my next one is "Be My Baby" by the Ronettes. That's right. Dismember, black metal, all my shit, bro. Let me tell you something. The Ronettes just had that essence, that beautiful voice. To hear their music, I don't know, it just conjures, again, like my parents grew up in the 50s, and all the music from that era that they played, some of it was fucking cheesy and stupid and, ba, 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 whatever, but it was a little poppy and, it was the pop music of the time. But to hear the female performers like the Ronettes, man, they were just, that's perfection. So Be My Baby, 1963, written in part by the great Phil Spector, or infamous Phil Spector. I didn't know that till I researched this. I don't really look into, I don't research, pop stars from the 60s the way I do obscure Finnish black metal. But when I was looking into it, I was surprised to see that Phil Spector partly wrote that song. And the next one I picked there, the fourth one, I'm going to go with a song whose official video I saw on VH1 when I was a lad. And I was so taken with the video. And this is, of course, Running Down a Dream by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. This is just a song that, when I got my driver's license and I was able to fucking drive off wherever I wanted, I mean, it's the ultimate driving song, and I never get tired of it. I love the vocal lines, just the whole fucking vibe of the song is just beautiful. So Tom Petty really did us a favor on that one. I remember the video with like these weird like skeletal ambulance drivers in space or some shit. It was very, I was like 12 years old. I was like, whoa. So I definitely like that. And moving along, as you'll see with some of my choices here, I'm a child of the 80s, and therefore I'm very affected by 80s pop. It was the first, I'd say it was the first music that was my music, before I discovered metal and stuff. And I realize now in my older age or my current era of life that it was the best era of pop music. The 80s, no doubt about it. It was the pinnacle. Everybody had talent. Everybody had something to offer. Their singing was top notch. It's not like a lot of the garbage that got churned out post 2000, whatever. So I'm going with something that Karen picked. It is Aha from Norway, but it is not brimstone church burning black metal. It is Take on Me by the Norwegians, 1985. Again, I was smitten by the video, as Karen explained. It had I forget actually what she said, but the type of animation that was in it was super fucking cool. So Take on Me was one of those songs that just, part of the appeal of the 80s was the just the unhinged, like there didn't need to be an explanation. Like, who were those guys chasing with the weird ball heads? Like, who were they chasing with those helmets? I don't know. Doesn't matter. It was fucking cool. It's a timeless song, beautiful vocal performance, and the keyboard intro. Come on, man. I hear that. Like, I'm 7, 8, 9 years old again, playing in my room, just listening to the TV. There used to be a channel that it would play a local station to where I live called WPLJ. The famous DJ was Casey Kasem, and he would introduce these songs. And what a way to grow up! What a great era to grow up in. So definitely got to pick Aha with that amazing Take on Me. And in keeping with that theme, I'm going to go right to Flock of Seagulls. I Ran So Far Away, 1982. That's just a beautiful time. It's another like driving song kind of thing. These guys' voices were just so good. So yeah, I got to give some love to Flock of Seagulls there. And the next one I picked came out in 1982, and it's interesting because we will revisit this artist on the other side of this. But one of the first songs that I remember, besides the Donna Summer, one of the first songs that I remember connecting with, and I was 6 years old, and I have a vivid memory of hearing this song and being like ridiculously blown away by it, just blown away by it. And I think, the fact that I was going to love music was imprinted pretty young. And of course, I am talking about the Steve Miller Band, and I'm talking about the song Abracadabra in 1982. To this day, I love it. I loved the weird keyboard effects that they did, or whatever it was, with the song kind of breaks down in the middle and it goes into these spacey directions. First of all, it has like just the most epic, just slick, just super cool chorus, Abra, Abra. Like these guys were so fucking cool. Like, to make a song like that, it just had this vibe. And, you know, it, yeah, I don't know. I remember it being so affected by it as a child, and thinking like, I want to explore like strange music. And it's funny because all of this shit set the table for all the wacky shit that I like now. It really did, because they were taking chances in the studio. They were doing all this, and they should be, always forever remembered and recognized for making like fucking mind blowing music that essentially had radio play, which is very cool. Keeping with my 80s theme, rolling right along. Actually, this whole fucking thing is really 80s. Just Another Day by the obscure, I guess they were kind of obscure, but the band Oingo Boingo. This song came out in 1986, Just Another Day. And of course, Oingo Boingo features the famous film score artist, Danny Elfman. Wild. And I was going back and I was looking at performances they performed at the Ritz in like 86. They performed this song, and it's a complicated, complex song for a pop song. Like the musicianship is fucking unreal. The bass lines in this song, the fact that he's playing guitar with the vocals that are really good and challenging, and it's just so good. It's just got that 80s vibe. And the Just Another Day lyrics are really dark and really fucking morbid, which kind of makes sense that I would like that. It's about just evil, dark things coming out at night and haunting everybody, and you try to smile through the day and all. Oh, dude, fucking awesome. And my next one, this is now the 9th choice. This is a pretty obvious one, but I got to go with my beloved Tears for Fears. I do have some Tears for Fears that I own, but I don't own the Everybody Wants to Rule the World songs from the Big Chair. So this came out in 1985, and Everybody Wants to Rule the World became a song. I mean, I loved it at the time. I loved it as a kid. Just so smooth, his voice just fucking beautiful. This is how pop music. This is the apex of pop music. It almost doesn't get any better than Tears for Fears. To me, they are fucking untouchable. And I saw them a couple summers ago, and they were fabulous. And I have an adolescent, teenage daughter, and she really resonates with this kind of music. And that's one of our songs, her and I. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. So now it triples in meaning, like it goes from a song you knew as a kid, right, to a song you recognize was good and you still enjoyed, to a song your child loves. There's nothing like it, So that definitely has to get in there. And I'm going to pull a Steve Keeler with this. And Pete, I'm sorry, but you're not here to curb me. So unless you want to edit this out, I'm going to do a choice, but then I'm going to do some honorables because this was tough. I wound up going with the original 10th choice I had was in this English trip hop band called Massive Attack, who are just fucking awesome. Like they're just so good. And of course it's their 1998 hit Angel, which is just such a slick, cool, slow burning, like the beat, oof. That album Mezzanine is one of the top albums I've ever heard. It's trip hop, hip hop, pop, synth wave, whatever. It's just real awesome. So, but I got some honorable mentions, man. I mean, I can't escape this without mentioning And It Stoned Me, 1970, Van Morrison. Love that song. Oh, I'll never get tired of it. The fucking Bee Gees, I'm sorry, You Should Be Dancing. My parents used to dance to that in the living room, and I used to try to fight my dad because he was dancing with my mom, and I was 2. I think, we all do that. And the Bee Gees are fucking sneaky good, man. They're good. That's good shit. Don't tell my black metal guys that I like the Bee Gees. Whatever. They don't care. I have to give a nod to Lana Del Rey. the song Ride, 2012. That's a special song. My daughter and I, she showed it to me. I knew Lana Del Rey, but I didn't, and I was like, wow, this is one of the most beautifully orchestral, unbelievable, phenomenal fucking pop songs you'll ever hear in your life. And I got to go back to 1993 with Mazzy Star, Fade Into You. Oof, forget it. Depressing as fucking hell, and I love that. And I got to throw the Cranberries in there. I could have picked When You're Gone, Zombie, or Ode to My Family. Dolores O'Riordan is goddess of goddesses, and what a shame that she's gone too early. Love Dolores O'Riordan. So those are radio hits I love. That didn't work. And now, radio hits I hate. And you're going to see there's mostly a theme in here. The 90s were really good for underground metal. Okay? Really good. The 90s is where the wheels fell off the fucking bus when it comes to pop and popular music. It started to fall then. And the early 2000s, it only got worse. So, let's get into this shit list I have. I'm going to be, first off, let me, the first one here is going to be something that you already heard about. The wonderful Mr. Ryan Scow touched on this one. And that, of course, is the Red Hot Chili Peppers with their insufferable Give It Away. I don't understand how this song even got made. And I might piss off some people. They're fucking terrible. Are they talented? Absolutely. Are they megastars? Definitely. Can they pull 100,000 people? Probably. Hell yeah. Could I fart hot cross buns? No. I'm a talentless piece of shit. But I don't care. They're fucking terrible. And Give It Away. Give it away. Give it away. Shut the fuck up. It's irritating. I don't know what they're trying to do. Just stay away from the fun. I don't know. They're just fucking terrible. Moving along. I had to pick fucking John Mellencamp, Jack and Diane. I hate this song so much. I don't want to hear a little ditty about Jack and Diane. I don't give a fuck about Jack and Diane. You're not making me have sympathy for Jack and Diane living in the heartland or whatever. It's just hokey and stupid and insipid and everywhere. That's part of the problem. That's part of with this list. The problem is that for a long time, there was no escape from these fucking songs. And back in the day, before social media, before the internet and all that stuff, you'd throw on a radio station and you were held hostage. And you're like, all right, well, I'll play something I like. Oh, no, I got to suffer through, yeah, Diddy, Bad Jack, Diane. Oh, get the fuck. It's just cloying nonsense is what it is. And now, unfortunately, I'm going to throw a little shade at somebody who was on the other list. And that is the very same Steve Miller Band. For me, the Steve Miller Band giveth and the Steve Miller Band taketh away. And in this case, the Steve Miller Band taketh the fuck away. And I may ruffle some feathers, but the Take the Money and Run song aggravates the shit out of me. Billy Joe and Bobby Sue. Maybe it's names being introduced into a song that I don't like, because that's two in a row. Jack and Diane, Billy Joe and Bobby Sue. Fuck these people. It just doesn't work. And Take the Money and Run sounds like a commercial jingle to me. I don't know. It doesn't work for me. It's just there's something about that hokey little presentation. I don't know. I know I like more epic, depressing. There's a certain vibe that I like, and there's a certain vibe that I can't stand. And that's something I can't stand. And then the next one I pick is Matchbox 20. I did really good on my SATs, the tests you take for verbal skills and writing and math. And I did really well in the verbal skills. I'm pretty verbose. I can articulate many words. It's something I love to do. I love to read. I love to write. I try to talk well on the show. I don't always succeed. But words fail me. Words fail me. Matchbox 20 is... It's what happens when like nobody pays attention to what anybody's doing, and they just let anybody do whatever. Like, grunge happened, and I obviously have my issues with grunge, but some good things came out of it. You know, there were some good bands, Alice in Chains. There were some okay bands, but what happened post-grunge is just insufferable. Like, rock, I don't know where popular rock music went, but things like Maroon 5 and fucking Matchbox 20, I picked 3 a.m. or Push, any one of them, because at my age, I'm 48. In my 20s, you know, late 20s, whatever, like going to bars and hanging out, and the jukebox, and like somebody's always on it. And I don't expect people to play Morbid Angel on a Tuesday night when we're playing darts. I get it. We're not going to hail Satan. That's fine. But you got to constantly hear this fucking nonsense, this insipid, weak garbage. Like, who likes this? Well, millions of people. All right, well, there you go. And then the other one, not to belittle people who actually have PTSD. I'm not trying to do that, but I'm going to facetiously say that this next one gave me a form of auditory PTSD. And the reason for that I can justify it is because as a young lad, I would look forward to Saturday night's fucking MTV Headbangers Ball. Whew, I have to suffer all week. And then Saturday night, 11 o'clock at night, I'd get fucking ready. MTV, Headbangers Ball, Ricky Rockman, let's go. Give me that Sepultura, give me that Motorhead. Let me hear that Accept. Let's do it. You know, let's see these videos. And then, of course, as the early 90s were ripening, my beloved Headbangers Ball became parasitized, soiled, as it were, by things like this next one, Blind Melon. Blind Melon. The song is No Rain. So you want to hype me up with a Pantera opening. You want to hype me up. You want to give me these commercials. You want, yeah, we're going to fucking, yeah, like fucking little Nicky Franco with his little glasses. Let's go. Yeah, I had glasses then. And then you're going to go bang right into, all that I can say is that my life is pretty strange. Fuck me. I'll just go to bed. Horrifying. This horrifying. Like weak, unengaging nonsense. And that leads me to the next one. A band that so many people defend. I can't believe how many people defend this band. Hootie and the Blowfish. First of all, the name angers me. It angers me. Hootie and the Blowfish. It's like a band that would appear on a SpongeBob cartoon or Ren and Stimpy. And the song I'm picking is Only Want to Be With You, which just sounds like somebody is like put black tar heroin in their veins. It was just like, like, again, I blame grunge. I blame grunge. Because you had this certain type of singer that became popular, and these people just took it to another fucking level. Horrible. Oh, but he's really good. They're talented. Great. They're all fucking talented. They're all talented. Nobody on here is not talented. But the notes they put together in the studio make me want to fucking eat a box of tissues and shit out tears. I don't even know what that means. And that leads me to the next atrocity on this list. The band Train. Train. If I could tell you how many times when I worked at a restaurant, when I would hang out at said restaurant, when I would be at, the bar over here and there, and Drops of Jupiter would come on. Who likes this? I'll tell you who. Boring, dumb college students from the 90s that infested my life, and some were very nice. people actually got excited for this. Drops of Jupiter. Hey, what the fuck? What happened to balls? What happened to singing with passion? You know? And it doesn't just balls like dudes. I mean, you know, like men that can sing. I mean, dude, Joan Jett could wipe the floor with these fucking little pansies. What happened, you know, like what happened to men? What happened to our society that Train is something acceptable? Let's go even worse. Let's go worse than Train for my 8th choice. Let's go worse than Train. Let's go to this. I think they were one-hit wonders. I don't know. But this band, this guy, this singer, Uncle Kracker. Do you guys remember Uncle fucking Kracker? Uncle Kracker. The song Follow Me. That song followed me through way too many chapters of my life. I could not escape it. Ryan Scow, our buddy and friend, my dear friend, always brags to me how, I don't know, I just never paid attention to that stuff. God bless you, sir. I don't know what drill bored into my skull all those years of all the fucking places I hung out, but this shit went everywhere with me. This song came on. I couldn't escape it. I'd be on vacation at a beach or something, and there'd be like a DJ, and there'd be a bunch of people, and it'd be warm out. It's like, oh, I'm on vacation. And inevitably, a song like Uncle Kracker, Follow Me, would come on. Follow me, everything is all right. Jump off a bridge. Horrible. And let's go to the ass end of, I don't even know if you would consider this new metal, or what happened when like Limp Bizkit, you know, like, you know how you say you go to the end of the internet to see like crazy stupid videos? Well, the end of the new metal internet was Crazy Town. Crazy Town. Butterfly. Words fail me. Words fail me. Butterfly. This is the music of somebody who puts Rufalin in someone's drink. Like, honestly, I don't know what. It's the music of somebody who starts and ends every sentence with bro. Unironically. And then from there, you know, I was going to pick The Space Between by Dave Matthews, which makes me want to put Space Between by Dave Matthews makes me want to put my head in the space between a train and the tracks. But Nelly Furtado. Hi, Nelly. Nelly Furtado. I'm Like a Bird. Shut the fuck up. You're not like a bird. I birdwatch. I love birds. You're not like a bird. You're not like a bird. Manowar, Blind Guardian, Halloween is like a bird. Nelly Furtado is like a bird that flew into your fucking window and is now, you know, in its death throes on the ground. I don't know. The early 2000s, late 90s saw an influx. I mean, you know, from the aforementioned grace and beauty of the Dolores O'Riordans and the Donna Summers, you know, the women, the female singers that were so powerful, Hart, all them, Ann Wilson. We somehow thought it was acceptable to have the Nelly Furtados of the world. Like, this is music for a dentist office. This is music for Linens and Things in 1999 or whenever it came. And you're just in there and you're stuck in there because, like, you know, your girlfriend or your mom is like buying some shit and you're just like, and it's hot and you're like kind of nauseous and you just want to leave. But I'm Like a Bird comes on. And yeah, how about a bird? How about I drill my head into the nearest concrete wall? How about that? This is the most insufferable fucking music. Who thinks this is good? I want to know. Who thinks this shit is good? Anyway, thank you for taking this journey with me. I obviously am a little mentally unwell when it comes to music that I find bad, but hopefully you guys could take something out of this. And yeah, with that, I bid you farewell and follow us on the web everywhere else all the damn time. Sea of Tranquility. Once again, I'd like to thank Pete Pardo for letting me do this and infest his airwaves with my gripes and complaints. And you all be well and take care. We'll see you next time.